the most watched reality shows in Africa, Big Brother has provided a platform for many stars to rise in the entertainment industry across the continent. The producers of the reality show decided to take it a notch higher with the Big Brother Titan, which is a fusion of Nigeria and South Africa. Now, we've already witnessed 4 housemates that have been evicted. And joining us on the show today is one of the evicted housemates, Sandra. You're welcome to Rise 360.
Thank you very much.
So what does it feel like? You know, you're out of the house, you're breathing in, fresh air. Does it feel like fresh air to you?
It is. It feels like fresh air. It's like literally like reality check, like back to reality. That looks like a virtual reality. I'm telling you. So when you come out here, like, oh, okay, back to the real world. So what's popping? That's how I feel.
Oh, I can imagine. So now let's dive into some of your experiences in the house. When you look back, what would you say was your high moment and lowest moment?
High moment should be the time I walked into the house. That entrance was grand, baby girl. It was grand. I loved it. Walking in looking like ninjas and then taking it off, and that's kind of like my style, coming in with a bikini. Yeah. They picked the right person. I think that's my high moment.
Yeah, you're definitely something like, I would say, an energy starter, the parties and all of that, so I'm not surprised. But then you think with people with so much energy, Sandra, if I'm being honest, is when we get low, we get so
very low.
So what would you say was
bottom?
Literally, it's so annoying because we have so much energy. So when things happen, you just kind of So what would you say that moment where you knew it had happened for you was in the house?
Low moments. I think in the house, I really didn't get to that low moment. It was when I was evicted. I was like, I walked past the mirror. I'm like, what are you doing out here?
Oh.
So that it really got to me. But I still came on stage, did my thing. People don't even believe that I cried. Probably did a little bit, but. It's life.
It's understandable.
Life goes on.
Life goes on.
Yeah, I can't be crying for spilled milk.
That fusion of Nigeria and South Africa, there's been, and I'm going to speak from the entertainment perspective, because with our musicians, for instance, there's been a lot of tension. This artist saying, oh, you're not that good. This one saying, oh, I'm better. It's just Nigerian South Africans. And when Big Brother came out to say they were going to do this, on one hand, I thought, this is great. This is something we all need.
But then again,
I'm going to let you finish that statement.
But then again. In the house, I think there wasn't much of a personality difference. There was just, cultural, we tried to integrate ourselves.
Yeah.
But there was still that cultural integration, because sometimes Biggie will play Amapiano. We're like, okay, Biggie, Amapiano is nice. First track, second track, third track, fourth track, fifth track. What happened to Afrobeats? And saying that out loud kind of might not really come out well, but they said the same thing. Because I used to hear they used to roast us too, but I think as time goes on, living in the house with people, no matter where they're from, you guys would integrate at the end of the day. So I think they're making it work.
All right
then, if I could come in, Sandra, I'd like to know, because people go into the house for different reasons. I would like to know what the intent was behind your going in. And now that you're out, do you see yourself a step or 2 or 3 closer to achieving those goals or that dream?
I went into the house for the same reason everybody want to go in.
Why is that?
To be visible. I have 3 brands. I'm acting.
Tell us more about those brands.
I have 3 brands. Fit Me by Sandra was a clothesline that I birthed 2018 when I handed over Nigerian Queen. So I've had it since then. So I think 5 years by for now. Then I have Private Label, Private with the Y. That is a bikini line. That's 2 years old. And then I just added a cosmetic brand. That is Lux Cosmetics. Because I think all of these things work together. Yeah. So I just bundled them. And, I just wanted a platform that would give me an opportunity to actually let people know that, okay, this is what I do. This is what I'm good at. And that was it. It's too short. Yeah, I get it, but
I don't think anything is ever too short.
Too short, right? The purpose was, I think, not fully, I didn't fully achieve that, but we got a year. We have 1 whole year. So let's just put in the work.
So do as much as you possibly can.
The cosmetics line you spoke about, I think you mentioned that was your birthday, a birthday gift to yourself.
Yeah,
28 May.
28 May.
Now, with regards to your personality as a friend, do you consider yourself listen, I'm a die-hard loyal. This is if you're with how they say, if you're with me, I'm with you.
If we're riding or dying, we're riding till the wheels fall off. That is
got
me.
You got it.
That is me.
But
Yeah,
now with Olivia, did you feel at any point in time some level of like, what triggered the whole thing? Like, was it like, because I'm trying to understand, because that was, again, when I look at you, Sandra, I see emotion, I see passion, someone who has a lot of depth. Yeah. So what would you say was the trigger? Because everyone keeps asking, oh, what happened? Or how did you feel after? But I want to know what the trigger was.
You know, I was already high. I was already.
You started by saying that.
High. I was already on the edge. Because the whole pairing thing, knowing that I came into the house, like after applying for 4 years, knowing that you come into the house, I didn't even have a week to breathe. And I was paired with Theo, who came into the house with me. Mm-hmm. I saw too many disadvantages and I just couldn't like shut my eyes towards them. I mean, I could, I was already on the edge. And Olivia is a funny girl. I really didn't know her that long. We were just friends at the house. And then Justin, I think I was trying to talk to Tati in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And then Justin came in and was standing there. And then Olivia came in. And Justin was like, Olivia's going to come and laugh now. And I was like, probably the tone wasn't toning because I told her. Because I
told her that you're honest with yourself. The tone wasn't toning.
Probably the tone wasn't toning, but I was already angry. So I told her, babe, you're my friend. Please don't come and laugh here. I don't know how that came up, but I'm sure I said those lines. Mm-hmm. I was expecting her as my friend to like, so what's happening? But she popped off. And you can't pop off at me like that. I'm going to give you right back. Whether we are friends for 200 years, we can go back and forth, but at the end of the day, probably we'll just come back and be friends, but you cannot pop off and not have me pop off.
I get that.
So that was just it.
As it should be, really. Like, if you're giving, you better be ready to take it.
Yeah, so that was it. But
can we talk about, I mean, you have spoken about your highest and lowest moments, but I'm curious to know, what are, those things that happen, I mean, obviously, we're watching 24 hours, but being in there is different from actually watching it. So can you just share with us something that happened in the house that we probably as the audience watching weren't able to, wrap our heads around or even kind of pinpoint?
People always, okay, this is not like trying to mention anybody's name, but me and Kosi actually danced at the party, like for 30 minutes. And I came out, I did not see any clip. No. So I don't know how the agenda is agending, but that is one thing I actually was looking out for, because people were now like, in the house, people were like, oh. We literally danced like for 30 minutes or less or more. Mm-hmm. And then, but that wasn't there. So people always think, okay, you have a problem because I'm like, no, that is not the case. Mm-hmm. And then I think the only thing you guys saw everything that happened on the Friday night, truth or dare. I'm gonna just keep that there. Mm-hmm. Just know that you guys did not see everything that happened.
But do you feel like Big Brother always, because I mean, we've seen different seasons of Big Brother come and go. Now you're out of the house. I have a theory that Big Brother lets us, that is the public, see what they want us to see, in the sense that whatever narrative is created for us publicly, and you know how now you're out of the house, I'm sure you have your stands, you have your army or your fan base, what are they called?
Sandstorms.
Exactly. Oh, I love it. You have your sandstorms. Now they're gonna react based off of what was seen in the house. So if there's anything that happened in the house that now you've come out of the house, just like with the Kosi case, that you feel like, okay, listen guys, maybe you may not have understood this one. I just want you guys to understand this clearly. Is there anything like that you want to clear the air on?
Not really. Everything. Probably when you guys go on a break, that ad break that Big Brother always has, because the cameras are there 24/7.
Yeah.
We literally see it. Like, we know it's being filmed 24/7. Mm-hmm. So probably the first parts of whatever happens, y'all don't catch it, and then you guys get to the end. And then there is, you guys just, form around that. But people always said, oh, I had a problem with Kosi and blah, blah, blah. I don't have a problem with her.
I can't wait for her to tell us what's popping.
I'm sure she would. But I don't think the topic is going to revolve around me, honey.
I am curious, however, have there been any other, I mean, obviously, like she said, there are different sets, Big Brother. I mean, we can take it all the way back to even when Big Brother Africa started.
Yeah.
Do you have any relationship with other people that have kind of passed through that Big Brother? Anybody that has reached out to you to give you advice based on, oh, this is what you should do now that you're out of the house? Is there anyone whose brand you're looking at to see if it could be like a blueprint to what you're going to do? None of the sorts?
I'm going to make my own blueprint.
All right.
I mean, they're cool. I mean, I have a couple of friends that, have been there, done that, but they're not necessarily coming to tell me what to do, because if you know me, you know I'm not that kind of person. You can drop your opinion, but
do you?
Yeah.
So what's next for Sandra?
Yeah.
I'm going to be going into a lot of hosting jobs.
Okay.
I host red carpets, events, movie premieres, music premieres, and I'm going to go into acting too, full time, because I already started that before I walked into Big Brother's house. So, and then I'm just going to expand Fit Me by Sandra private label and Lux Cosmetics.
Just, busy 2023.
Tie them up in a bow and just
to
present it to y'all. So
now, before we let you go, we're going to do something, because we're going to have other people coming on the show. So I want you to look into that camera. And if there's one person in the house that you're thinking of right now, they don't know what you're about to say. They're going to say it when they come out of the house. Ooh. But you want them to know, like, I sat here at this time and I thought about you, and this is what I wanted to let you know. What would you say, and who would you say it to?
There's a couple. Why are you making me think like I was just one person?
I know, because you have literally like 30 seconds.
Okay, Blue Ava, whenever you come out, if you're watching this, I love you, girl. Whatever game you're playing, I can't wait to see you outside. So just bring your ass back outside.
Well, Sandra, this has been absolutely amazing, and congratulations. One thing that excites me about Big Brother is the fact that it's always the start of something new.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to seeing what you're going to bring to the table.
Thank you.
Well done.
All right then.